Hello, the Pioneer viewers. As you know, our agenda is the Russia-Ukraine war. While the war continues in its all reality in the front line, the developments on the front line contains important details. The developments on the front line and behind the front line are of a magnitude that will affect the course of the war in the coming days. The sniper units are critical in war. Many vital tasks such as strategic operations, assassinations, and protections missions are completed by the snipers. In areas where frontline warfare is intense, especially troops with good snipers have a great advantage. This has also been the case in the wars throughout history. The troops with the strong snipers have hunted down the opposing troops one by one. For this reason, sniper units play an important role in frontline warfare. The war in the center of Europe continues. The Ukrainian forces, which have shown great resistance since the war began, are organizing counterattack operations. Counteroffensive operations to clear Russian troops from Ukrainian territory are being organized with great care. Internationally, the world's attention is on Ukraine. Support is coming into the strengthening Ukraine's hands, and developments are important enough to change the course of the war. Developments on the front line affect politics, and developments in politics affect the front line. This tightly interconnected process continues to work for Ukraine and Russia. In recent days, a sniper from the Ukrainian forces has achieved a very important success. This achievement was related to an unprecedented record since the beginning of the war. The Ukrainian sniper destroyed his target from a record distance. We have shared this news with you before, and new details have emerged. Now, if you're ready, let's examine the latest developments together. As the Pioneer team, we continue to report on Russia-Ukraine war. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications that you don't miss our daily map reports and reports on the agenda. I also read all your comments on our videos. Please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comments. Let's start if you're ready. The Pioneer reports. The allegations that emerged the other day created a huge shockwave. The news revealed by the sources connected to the Ukrainian army surprised everyone because, according to these allegations, a new world record was broke into the war. According to the claims, a Ukrainian sniper destroyed his target from a distance of 3.8 kilometers. Some sources even claim that this shot was fired from a distance of more than 4 kilometers. Many sources shared about all the allegations that emerged. The Ukrainian sniper who was allegedly broke the record was Vyacheslav Kowalski, a 58-year-old former businessman. The details shared about the shooting, which is the sources of record claims, contain very important information. The moment when Kowalski made the shot in question were conveyed to the public with all the details second by second. According to reports, the Ukrainian sniper and spotter initially observed Russian soldiers chirping boots, but thought they were too low-ranking to shoot. Minutes later, they noticed another group of soldiers, and one of them was an officer giving orders. For the Ukrainian sniper, the Russian officers was a good target. A sniper Kowalski awaited for hours in the freezing cold before hitting the targets, some 3.8 kilometers away. "You can do it," he instructed his spotter. After his colleagues gave him the nod, the sniper measured the distance and meteorological data to calculate the effects of the wind, humidity, temperature, and even the curvature of the earth. After one test shot, they realized they had measured the wind speed incorrectly. The sniper rested, reloaded, and fired his bullet at high speed. Kowalski and the Ukrainian soldiers say the shot set a new sniper record, reaching a distance of more than 850 feet beyond the previously accepted mark. However, some in the sniper community said that they were still skeptical of the claimed achievement. For the conventional sniper, there are so many variables that are difficult to study, so the reality is that anything above about 1,300 meters may be more luck than skills, said Steve Walsh, a former U.S. Marine Corps sniper instructor. After the successful shooting of the Ukrainian sniper, it was stated that there was a great concern in the Russian troops. It is claimed that there is a great embarrassment in the Russian army after the details about the successful sniper's shot. The heavy blow of an old sniper to the Russian army has caused great embarrassment in the Russian army. Since the first days of the war, Ukrainian snipers have been working with great devotion. Snipers who play an active role in the counterattacks operations and the city sieges are giving Russian troops days full of anxiety. In the early days of the war, Ukrainian defense deployed snipers on the mountains, hills, and building summits. Russian troops approaching the cities were advancing with great anxiety. Ukrainian snipers served as the ghost troops. The ghost units, which have become the fear of many Russian soldiers, continue to reassure the Ukrainian army. As the Ukrainian army continues its struggle, new support packages continue to be announced. According to recent reports, Bulgaria is also increasing its support for Ukraine. Earlier this year, the Bulgarian Interior Ministry reached an agreement with the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense to transport to Kiev out-of-service armored vehicles no longer used by the Sofia government. The agreement was approved by the Bulgarian National Assembly later that month. Ukraine's military is back on track to receive shipments of the 100 armored personnel carriers from Bulgaria to help on its fight against Russia's invasion. After the Bulgarian parliament voted earlier this week to override a presidential vote blocking the deal. Bulgaria, a member of NATO alliance and the European Union, has lagged behind many of its allies in publicly supporting Ukraine. Radev's critics accuse him of being biased towards Russian President Vladimir Putin. Pro-Kremlin political parties, which hold a ministry in Sofia's National Assembly, have previously tried to block aid to Ukraine. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky thanked the Bulgarian parliament for overriding Radev's vote in social media posts today, saying that the additional military aid strengthens Europe and the defense of the freedom. Sofia's agreement to send armored vehicles comes at a time when foreign military support for Kiev is faltering, potentially creating problems for Zelensky's ability to hold Russia's advances as the winter months settles in. Support to Ukraine was also dwindling due to the war situation, but despite this, Western support continues to flow to Ukraine. Germany recently announced its latest military package, including vehicles, drones, artillery shells, and other equipment. The U.S. also recently announced a $175 million military aid packages to Ukraine. The package includes a lot of additional funding for the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian international affairs. It contains important opportunities to strengthen the Ukrainian army and rebuild Ukraine. What do you think about the 58-year-old Ukrainian breaking the record? How do you assess the combat situation of the Russian army? Do you think new support packages will be announced for the Ukrainian army? Do you think that the Ukrainian army uses the support packages efficiently? We care about your opinion. Please share it with us.